Hi everyone, I'm FMGreeno and welcome back to the Lion's Roar, my FM22 international save with Senegal. Now, we are at the 2022 World Cup. We've made a good start and today I'm going to bring you our two remaining group games. Are we going to make it through to the next round? Only one way to find out. So, the first of those games today is going to be against the tournament hosts Qatar. But before we get into that, just a little bit of housekeeping. If you're enjoying this series so far, don't forget to click the like button on this episode. That will help it get seen by more people. Hopefully they'll enjoy it just as much as you are. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, then why not consider clicking that subscribe button and dinging your little bell for notifications. That way you won't miss any of the content coming up in the series. Right. Now that's out the way, let's get down to business. So, Qatar versus Senegal today. We take a little look at the schedule of the tournament. I'll have to move out the way a little bit here. So you can see we played Jamaica in our first game. That was a 2-0 win. We're playing Qatar today, who are actually top seeds in our group, but only by virtue of the fact they're hosting the tournament. They're not a particularly strong side, so we're hoping for another win today. And then we will take on Serbia in the final game. Now that could be a really important game. If that's to determine who finishes top and who finishes second in the group, that will have an impact on who we play in the next round. Here you can see why that game could be quite so important. So we're in Group A, we will play a team from Group B if we make it through to the second round. So if we can finish top, it means we're more likely to avoid Portugal, I think. So that is the plan. If we can possibly finish top of the group, we really need to. But it's not going to be easy. Serbia are no mugs. Anyway, before we deal with Serbia, we've got to go and take on Qatar. Let's go and see how we're setting up for that game. So, here is today's lineup. 5 changes from the Jamaica game. Reason being, there's a few tired legs out there and I want to keep people fresh. For the Serbia game, I think that's going to be the trickier game. Well, it should be on paper anyway. But we're the second game in our group today. And in the first game, Serbia actually lost to Jamaica, who we beat 2-0 and really comfortably. So that puts a whole different slant on the group. If we win today, we're the only team on 6 points. Both Jamaica and Serbia will only have 3 points. Really puts us in the driving seat. That would mean a draw against Serbia would be enough for us to be guaranteed top of the group. Anyway, looking at this lineup today, we've made 2 changes in the back 4. So Mbodja's come in and Kohli. In midfield, and Dai takes the ball-winning midfielder role today. And we've brought in Balde and Babacar. Mane is one of the slightly tired players, so we're giving him a rest today. Hopefully, this should still be strong enough to see off Qatar. Let's go and see. So it looks like the Qatar Republic have come out in their droves to support their team today. Fair play to them. I guess our fans are tucked up there in the top left-hand corner. Like I say, I'm hoping we're going to get a reasonably comfortable result today. It doesn't always work out that way. I'm sure Serbia thought the same about their Jamaica game, didn't they? Especially after we dispatched them so comfortably. So, tournament football, anything can happen. But we're on the attack here. Dia with a really good early chance in the first minute. And the Qatari goalkeeper makes a fine save to keep him at bay. We have a corner here. But relatively easily dealt with there. And the highlight comes to an end. But another one is starting straight away. Just in the 5th minute now. Can we win this ball? Yep, we can. There's Kara. Gets it out to Diatta on the left-hand side. He comes back to Kohli, who finds Diatta again. Good ball in. Oh, there should have been someone there to finish that, I think. We had 2 men in the 6-yard box. And unfortunately, Diatta picked out the one Qatari defender who was in there too. But the highlight is continuing here, so perhaps there's going to be another opportunity. Here's Diatta. That's a good ball into Dia, and what an emphatic finish that is. Come on. Wow, he took that with quite some confidence, didn't he? That's a great finish. Diatta with a lovely weighted ball, but on the volley with his left foot, the keeper had absolutely no chance. I wouldn't have wanted to get in the way of that, that's for sure. Here come Qatar though. Oh, Mendy is brought into action there. That was a really good free kick, wasn't it? It's all happening in the first 10 minutes of this game. Corner here for Qatar. We've headed it clear. Is Balde going to win that ball? He didn't, but he won the tackle. And the highlights keep coming. I promise you, we're only on key highlights here. Oh, and Dia has scored again. That's his second. We're in the 11th minute. And that is going to silence the Qatari crowd for sure. 2-0 up. Showing another side of his game here. Curly with a great cross in, and Dia gets up above two defenders. Neither of them got off the floor particularly well, and he nods it home. And not long after kickoff, we are into yet another highlight. Balde into Dia again. This time, the Qatari keeper does make a save. Boots it clear. We've won it again. Here's Keita Balde out to Diatta on the left. Can he get a cross in? He can. There's Dia again. God, he's really going for that hat-trick already, isn't he? And he has got it! Or has he? Is he offside? The linesman is pretty static. But I don't see his flag being up. So Dia had a great chance there. The ball was cleared out to Wage. Came forward, puts in another cross, and Dia there with another left-foot volley. And in the 13th minute of the game, he's got his hat-trick. This is quite incredible stuff. I remember there was a Russian guy, I think it was it Oleg Salenko, who scored 5 in a game? I wonder if Dia is going to get the opportunity to match that. Here come Qatar, though. We're halfway through the first half. Their heads must be down. Although, I thought it was going to be a good opportunity there, but Mendy came out and smothered the ball really well. And we have a chance to build a counter-attack here. Here comes Diatta down the left-hand side once again. Gets the ball in towards Dia. He's got his fourth. Or is it being pulled back? No, the referee is going over. It says the defenders are appealing for offside. Let's take a look at this. Not sure we're going to see it particularly well from this angle. If they're going to put any lines on the pitch, he may well have been off there. I don't know whether the left-back was possibly playing him on. We're going to see the lines come on the pitch here now. He was on. It is a goal. He's got 4. Wow, wow, wow. This is incredible stuff. 25 minutes. And Dia had 4 goals. What a man. Well, I think we can afford to take our foot off the gas a little bit in the second half. We can rest a couple of players. What a performance that has been. I'm going to go in and have a chat with the boys, and we'll come out for the second half. We have a free kick here from about 25 yards. Dia's taken it himself. He wants to get that 5th goal, doesn't he? I've not made any changes at half-time. I will make some very soon, I think. Diatta is looking a little tired, and a couple of the guys at the back, Koulibaly, I think, we'll try and give a rest to. In fact, he's picked up a yellow card. I can't remember if he was already on a yellow from the first game. If he is, he may well be banned from that Serbia game. The highlights are still continuing here. Ball is cleared, but we have won it. Giving it straight back to Qatar, though. Are we going to get a challenge here? Kouyaté is chasing things down there. Qatar knocking the ball around fairly nicely. That's a decent looking ball, but we've won it back. Diatta to Colli. What's he going to do? He finds Babacar. Good ball there to Diatta. We're keeping the ball pretty well in some tight spaces there. Babacar feeds Keita Balde, and that's a 5th. Is he onside? I think he is. No flag there from the linesman. We are 5-0 up. Well, I did say having Qatar as the top seeds in our group was a far more advantageous thing than ending up with England or Brazil or Argentina or someone of that ilk, and so it is proving. We are smashing them all over the place. So here's Kara. Our other centre-half is also on a yellow. I'm not quite sure how our 2 centre-halves have got yellow cards. As far as I can tell, we haven't had to do any defending yet. So here's Wage into Babacar. Pulls it back. There's Wage again. Babacar now back to Wage once more. Crossed in. Kouyaté nods it over. Even he's trying to get in on the act now. Right, I think it's time for a couple of substitutions. We'll play out this highlight first. There's Kuyate down to Diatta. Babacar has a go. Oh, fizzes it just wide. A good effort. So, 65 minutes on the clock. I have now made 3 changes. Sabali's come on at right back in place of Wage. I brought Koulibaly on in place of Kuyate in midfield. And Umbe Niang has come on the left-hand side in place of Crepin Diatta. So I decided to keep Koulibaly out there. Like I say, I think he might already have picked up a ban. So there's no need to rest him ahead of the next game because I don't think he can play anyway. So, here we go, straight back into the highlights. We've got 20 minutes of the game left. I really can't believe how well this has gone. I mean, I know these are not the strongest opponents. Playing against Jamaica first up. Oh, is Koulibaly getting sent off here? It looks like he might be. He is! Oh no, well, he's definitely banned for the next game now. So what are we going to do here? We need to do something in the tactics. I think Ndai can play centre-half, can't he? Yeah, so we'll drop him in there. Babacar will have to come back into a sort of normal central midfield role. I don't think he wants to play as a ball-winning midfielder, that's for sure. He doesn't want to play as anything really in there, so... Well, we'll put him as an advanced playmaker. That's about as close as we can get to where he was playing up there. Oh, down to 10 men. Well, at least I don't think it's going to impact too much on the match situation. Oh, saying that, now we're down to 9 men because Niang, who's just come on, has picked up an injury. Right, so what are we going to do here? I think we're going to go strikerless for the last little bit of the game. We don't really need to score too many more goals, do we? So I think we'll set up with the 4-4-0 formation. Oh, hopefully, no more drama in this last 15 minutes of the game. I would just like to see these out very, very quietly if we possibly can now. It looks like we're going to. It looks like even with us down to 9 men, Qatar haven't been able to muster any more shots on target at all. And well, what a performance. We did most of the hard work in the first half, of course, but really, really chuffed with that. So going into that last game now against Serbia, you can see the situation here in the group. We are on 6 points. We have +7 goal difference. Serbia and Jamaica both on 3 points. Qatar well out of the running. -8 goal difference. They're not going to be turning that around anytime soon. So basically, if we draw against Serbia, we're top of the group. If we win against Serbia, we're top of the group. If we lose against Serbia, it's going to take quite a swing of goals, I think, to put us in any serious jeopardy. Jamaica obviously have a goal difference of 0. I think we'd need to get beat by sort of 4-0 maybe for us to be in any serious danger of not making the next round. So overall, I'm pretty confident going into this game. If we take a look at the lineup today, I've brought most of the big hitters back. Obviously, we don't have Koulibaly. He's gone and got himself that 1-match ban for being sent off. So Mbodj keeps his place in the team today, and Diallo is in the side here. Also, Niang, you remember he came on and then got injured pretty swiftly in the last game, and he's out for 3 weeks with that injury, so that might be the end of his tournament possibly. So what we've had to do, we've moved Balde from the right-hand side over to the left-hand side, brought Ismail Assar back in, Mane's back in. We're going to try and take the game to Serbia. I think that's the best way for us to approach this. Right, let's head off to the stadium. So take a look at this Serbia lineup. Some big names in there. Milinkovic, Savic, Luka Jovic, Dusan Tadic. They've also got the likes of Vlahovic and Alexander Mitrovic on the bench. So there's plenty of firepower in that squad. Hopefully we can keep them at bay though. As we've seen, that's the group as it stands. Jamaica and Qatar are obviously playing each other at the same time. So Serbia will definitely have one eye on that result as the match goes on. Of course, whether they qualify for the next round very much depends not just on what they do here, but what Jamaica do against Qatar. Here we go into the first highlight of the game so far. Keita Balde on the ball. Back to Balou-Touré. He finds Chet Kuyate. Idrissa Gueye there. Finds Wage. Can he get the ball across? He can. Ismail Assar has scored. Well, that certainly puts 1 or 2 nerves at ease. The longer the game was going on, without any highlights, I was feeling reasonably confident. Like I say, it's going to take quite a big swing for us to mess this up. Not that it would be the first time that's happened to me in FM, that's for sure. But us scoring the first goal, just coming up towards half-time, well, that certainly helps. Although we have got a highlight straight away. It was a couple of their centre-halves are on yellow cards, so that's something to look out for in the second half. Looks like a decent move here. This is the first time we've seen an opponent put together a really serious attacking move in the whole group stage, I think. Great challenge, though, and we clear the ball away. And is the highlight going to continue here with Ismail Assar on the ball? No. No, it isn't. Okay, but that's fine. We're going towards half-time. Serbia have had quite a lot of shots, but only one on target, so they must be shooting from outside the box quite a bit. I'm fairly happy with how things are going. I'm going to go and tell the boys that, and then we'll be out for the second half. Okay, so we've reached 65 minutes. No more highlights in the second half. Some tired legs out there, though, so I've made 2 changes in the wide areas. Babacar is coming on for Ismail Assar, and Keita Balde goes off to be replaced by Diatta, who, of course, he replaced in the starting lineup today. So we'll be out for the last 25 minutes. We are hoping they are not very eventful, if I'm honest. But here we go. We have an opportunity here ourselves. Have we been given a penalty there? I think we have. I'm not quite sure what for. Maybe there was a little push. The penalty has been given, though. So, who's stepping up to take this now? Dia. There he goes again. He's got to be a candidate for the top goal scorer of the tournament, hasn't he? I don't imagine many people would have put too much money on Dia winning the Golden Boot, but anyone who did is probably in for a right few quid. Anyway, here we go again. Diallo back to Mendy. We've seen very little of Mendy so far in the tournament. Possibly we will now, though, as Serbia look to build something. Tempted to kind of put a bit of time wasting on and maybe bring a defensive midfielder onto the pitch. That's possibly something I'll look at doing in the next few minutes. Hopefully we can clear this away. We do. Kuyate with a decent header, and it goes out for a throw-in. Right, I'm going to go and make a couple of little changes. So we've put a little bit of time wasting on, and as you can see, changed the shape ever so slightly. So we had Mane playing in here. He was getting a bit tired, and I definitely want to try and keep him fresh. So what I've done is I've brought Ndiaye on and moved him back into this defensive midfield slot, just to screen the back four a little bit. Yellow cards everywhere, unfortunately. I think that's going to impact us going into the next round. But for now, all we're concerned about is trying to see out these last 10 minutes or so. I mean, if we can get through this group without having conceded a goal, and with 9 points, you've got to be pretty happy with that. That's going to be huge confidence in the camp going into the next round. I wonder who we're going to get. Well, a bit of a surprise in our group, I suppose, if you look at it overall. We're top, of course. 9 points, 9 goals scored, none against. That is superb. Jamaica have actually made it through as the second qualifiers. So Serbia, having been beaten by us, unfortunately have to go home. They only got 3 points in their 3 games. Qatar actually picked up a point against Jamaica, which is a little bit of a surprise in itself. But it wasn't enough for Jamaica not to qualify. They go through in second place. Now, as I mentioned, Group A teams will play Group B teams in the next round. So Jamaica, having finished second in our group, they're the ones who end up playing Portugal. But not by much, look. 3 teams here on 6 points. Colombia, the unlucky team to be going home on goal difference. So Portugal, just 2 more goals than Poland. So it could have been the other way round, couldn't it? But we're going to end up facing Poland. Now, let's have a little look at some of the results in this group, because there have been some goals scored. So it started off, Poland and Portugal both scoring 5 in their opening game. We then had Poland 6, Iran 2, Colombia 3, Portugal 2. And look at these last group games. Portugal beat Poland 4-1, but Colombia 8, Iran 4. What a game that is. That's absolutely bonkers. So hopefully this last game here, where Poland have lost 4-1, will have knocked them a little bit, confidence-wise, going into the game against us. You'll have to wait until the next episode to see whether that is the case, though. So yeah, that's where we'll be coming back. The game against Poland. We have, what, about 4 or 5 days to recover? We'll have to wait and see how many of our players are banned, how many are tired, what kind of side we have to try and patch together. But hopefully Poland are having similar issues themselves. We shall see. As you can see, they're ranked 17th in the world. They're the best team we'll have played so far in the tournament. So not going to be an easy game, that one for sure. Anyway, like I say, that's for next time. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to drop a like on there for me. And if you've got any comments about today's episode or the series as a whole so far, I would love to see them in the comment section below. And don't forget, if you're yet to subscribe to the channel, what are you waiting for? Click on that button and ding your little bell for notifications so you don't miss anything coming up. It just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I will see you soon for some more action here in Qatar with Senegal. Bye for now.